Today we are going to start a new topic, that is recursion. Now the simplest definition of recursion is that when a function calls itself, it is simply known as recursion. And when a function calls itself, the result of such program will be infinite. But if you go beyond this definition, then you can say recursion can be called directly by its own function or indirectly by some other functions also. Now the main theory behind recursion is the recursive case. When a function calls itself, then recursive case appears. Now if you go in recursive case definition, a recursive function is a function defined in terms of itself via self-referential expression. This means that the function will continue to call itself and repeat its behavior until some condition is met to return a result. Now, if we are till now we have learned two things. One is recursion. Simply the recursion when a function call itself is a recursion. And there are two cases. One is direct recursion and second is indirect recursion. Now we will come to the direct recursion and I'll give you an example here. Suppose we are taking a function in Python def, and suppose I am taking the function name as a_fun, just a name of the function. Def is the keyword, a_fun is a user defined name, that is a function name. After that I am simply writing here print quota. Now what happens? This function is going to print quota. In normal case, it is going to print quota one time only. But in the same program, if I write a_fun again here, so that it becomes recursion. That is, when we call this function here in the main function a_fun, the result of this will be infinite time quota. Okay, this is the direct recursion and this is a simple example of it. Now if you take another example, that is I am taking, suppose the same function def a_fun we are taking here, and then we are writing here def b_fun, and I am writing here print New Delhi. And in this function I am calling a_fun, and in this function that is above a function I am calling b_fun, and finally in the main part I am writing a_fun. Then again it will give you infinite result, and the infinite result will be infinite time quota, then New Delhi, and so on. This is first one. The example which I have given you was the direct. This is indirect. That is, in the function a_fun we are calling b_fun. In the function b_fun we are calling a_fun, and finally in the main part we are calling a_fun function. So that first quota will come, then New Delhi, and so on. Now if you want to go for the advanced programming of recursion, then you have to know two more things. As you know that recursion gives you infinite result. Till now you have learned. Now how to stop this infinite result? For that purpose we have to learn two more things. That is, first one is recursive case. First is recursive case. Now, what is recursive case? That is, it is used to solve a problem using call to the same function like we have done in the previous example. A fun was calling A fun, so this is a recursive case. The second one is your base case. The second one is base case, and the simple definition of the base case is it is used to stop recursion or the recursive case. That is the simplest definition of base case. Base case is used to stop the recursive case or the recursion which is occurring in our program, that is infinite loop, that is infinite time, the result is coming. Now I'll give you a concrete example of recursion, and that's a very common program of recursion, and I'm going to make it here. That is, find the factorial of a number, any number. So we'll take n as number, and whatever the value of n will be there, it will return the factorial of n. So I'm writing this program and I'll explain you also. Def fact is my function name, and the parameter or the argument here is n. Now what simply I am doing here to get the factorial of a number, I put one condition here: if n less than 2, return 1. Now the condition which we have given here, that is the base case, and base case is predefined condition. So this is the base case and it's a predefined condition. You should know it in advance. After that I am writing here the recursive case, that is else. In the part else I am writing n into fact n minus 1. This much program will surely return the factorial of n. What we have to do here in the main part, we have to input a number, that is n int, input, enter a number. Then we have to write here, suppose f is equals to fact, and the n is passed here, and simply I will write here print factorial of the number of n is f. Now how it works, that is the main thing. Now for that purpose I'll take an example here, n. Suppose we have passed n as 4. Now the first condition here given is 4 less than 2. It is true or false. So obviously it is false at present. So it will not return 1, rather it will going to return n, that is 4 into fact 4 minus 1. Now next case will be 3 into fact 3 minus 1. The next case will be 2 into fact 2 minus 1, and that's it, because the next will be 1 and 1 is less than 2, it will return 1. So what conclusion you got? It is returning 1. So that the final fact value we got just now is 1. Fact is equals to 1. Now, as I told you, it is recursion. So what is the result of the fact here? 1. So now I am calculating 2 into 1 equals to 2. Then next 3 into, now what is the value of fact? 2 now. 3 into 2 equals to 6. Now what is the value of fact now? 6. So 4 into 6 is equals to 24, and that is the final result of the factorial in the case of recursion, and factorial of n is 24, that is final result.